Hi guys, welcome back to So I Have Tea. I have Miss Sahlah or Masala, as she likes to be called, back with us, and we're going to talk to you about some relationship drama in today's episode. So, Sahlah,
Yeah.
so you're in a very happy relationship.
Yeah. Touch wood.
Touch gold, everything. How long have you and Zahid been together?
4 years, and now we're registered also. So
Yeah.
it's been some time now. Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
That's a long story. You know, he saw me at an MUN conference.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
thought I was too good for him.
Oh,
so
really?
he never approached me.
Cute. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you're...
Was this the same MUN conference that you and I met at?
No, this is NYMUN.
Before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a delegate at that point, and
Okay.
he was saying like he saw me walk across the stage.
Okay.
I was wearing a sari,
Ade.
and then in his head he was like, I got best dressed and best delegate. So it's like beauty with brains. You know, it was like too much for me. He was like,
Okay.
he never approached me.
Okay.
But then later onwards, I also liked him.
Okay.
And he eventually found out like 4 years later that both of us liked each other.
Okay.
And then he approached me and he was like, hey, so I know you like me.
Oh.
And by then, mind you, I was done dating. I
Okay.
was like,
I'm going to be single.
excuse my language.
Yeah.
Fuck men.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck men.
Yeah.
Like they're not clear with their signals.
Yeah.
And also I was so like caught up in my own life. I didn't want anything other than that. But then that's when it felt like it was a perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because I was in love with myself.
Yeah.
And meeting someone meant I didn't have expectations
From
them,
them.
you
Yeah.
know. And
And I
yeah.
also feel like he approached you with intent.
Exactly.
Obviously, I saw you guys like blossom on social media.
Yeah.
And, like, I see the post. So it was very obvious that he was very intentional about everything that he did with you.
Yeah.
It was very thought out. I saw your proposal
Oh
story.
yeah! Oh my god!
Which
I love
was-
my proposal.
Do you wanna like?
Yes,
Tell us a
I do,
bit.
I do. So of course, like he was very particular, right?
Okay.
And he wanted to make sure that I would be happy with it. So
Okay.
you can see my ring.
All right,
So
there we go.
It's not a diamond ring; it's a ruby, right?
For you,
It's my personality.
Exactly.
It's so red. I
Exactly.
was like, I don't want a diamond.
Okay.
That's not my thing.
Yeah.
And he was like really upset about it.
Okay.
So he made sure the ruby has
Yes,
diamonds
diamonds
around
around it.
it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he was like white gold because I like that,
Okay.
platinum, everything. And he walked
Yeah.
from like all the gold shops on Gold Road stretch just
Yeah.
to make sure he covered everything. So if you
Yeah.
go in the vehicle, you miss everything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He made sure to walk everywhere, check every shop
Mm-hmm.
to pick the best one, right? But more than anything, I think the proposal was just so beautiful. It was a sunset. It was the beach view. It was in this apartment, like, you know,
Yeah.
rooftop. And even the church bells rang when he got on
Yeah.
his knees. And it was like,
it was like a
wow.
picture perfect moment.
The universe was saying this
is
was
the-
right,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I remember I made like a pact with God some time ago,
Yeah.
couple of years ago. And I was like, I don't like men.
Yeah.
But if this is what's for me,
Yeah.
like
You-
make sure I have that moment
Yeah.
with the beach and the sunset, and I know. And like whenever I was with someone, that could never be created,
Yeah.
you know. But this moment, that
Yeah.
feeling, and also 4 years where we had built a solid foundation. It was
Agreed.
not in a rush.
Yeah.
It was not something, you know, we did just for the
Sake
kick
of
it,
doing- yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
So I know, long story.
No, but listen, this is
Yeah.
all about spilling your own tea too. So I'm glad.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It looked beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for the both of you because
Thank
I feel
you.
like, very honestly, like marriage is hard.
Yeah.
Marriage is a lot of work. And marriage is hard if it's with a supportive partner. I feel like marriage is a disaster if it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need that support, somebody who really listens to you, who makes you feel seen.
Yeah.
To be seen is to be loved, you know.
Exactly.
And I really feel that you guys genuinely see each other, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you and so excited for you.
And I think that's something I want to like quickly
Yeah,
catch
of
on,
course.
right?
Go for it.
So to be seen
Yeah.
and to be heard
Yeah.
as women, right?
So important.
I think in relationships,
Yeah.
like a lot of girls lose their personality.
Very true.
They dull down and
Yeah.
they make their relationship about
About
their
their
partner,
yeah.
right? I like one of the interesting conversations I had with my partner was one day he asked me how my day was, and
Okay.
I said it was good.
Yeah.
He was like, Angel, that's not you.
Yeah.
tell me more. I want to know what happened during your day, because he knows I'm a yapper, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of a relationship.
I completely agree.
Is that they know you.
Yeah.
And they let you be you without changing you to be something it's not.
There are certain things that I do and I don't even realize that I do until he calls me out on it.
There you
or
go.
I will do something and I will think I am so subtle about it, but he'll be like, now say for example, if my best friend was sitting here, so she's somebody who constantly needs to like touch me and like massage my hands or whatever. So what I will do is I will sneakily switch my seats if I want my feet massaged, so I can put my feet on her lap, and he will call me out on it. He'll say, you went there because you want her to massage your feet.
Exactly.
So like it's a small things, and these are things that most people wouldn't realize, most people would know. And he'll be like, no, I know my wife.
Exactly. And I see it in the pictures with you and him, right? Where he's looking at you.
Yes.
Like, fuck the world. Like, he doesn't care what's happening around. It's
focused on me.
my wife.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
That's true.
She's gorgeous. You can see the love in his eyes.
And honestly, like, there's nothing for men haters. Men, there's nothing like being loved with a man who sees you.
Because we handpick.
That's true.
Right?
Every quality.
We handpick everything, so we find the best of the best men.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, my auntie asked me that day.
Yeah.
She was like, because her daughter has to get married and they're looking for a groom. She was like, where did you find him?
Yeah.
Like, where did you go looking for him?
He served through a lot of choices and decided, oh, no.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, speaking of marriage, I mean, ultimately, I guess marriage leads into, well, if that's what you want, into kids, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I have like it's a little bit of sad story for you, okay? My 34-year-old female husband, 34-year-old male, screamed at our daughter just for singing Golden. How do I get him to realize it's not okay? I met my husband 12 years ago and have been married for 7 years. He's generally a sweet and kind-hearted person and is usually fun to be around. We have a 6-year-old daughter who's also terrific. Lately, her favorite film is K-pop Demon Hunters and absolutely loves singing the songs, especially Your Idol and Golden. She's memorized all the lyrics. I know her constantly singing it can be a bit annoying, but I used to drive my parents crazy singing songs from The Lion King, so I don't mind too much. My husband, however, hated that film and I try to encourage her to sing only when he's not around. Yesterday, though, once she sang Golden, he flipped out and screamed at her and warned her not to sing anything from Demon Hunters anymore. I tried to calm him down, but he accuses me of lying to myself and says I secretly wanted it to stop, and he says he's the brave one to do something about it. As a result of his screaming, she won't talk to him. How do I get him to realize that it's not okay to scream and to apologize? Okay, first of all, I have so many thoughts about it.
Exactly.
I feel like your husband is going through some mental issues.
Because it's a sense issue, no? He's getting overstimulated by...
And like, your daughter is 7 years old.
Why are you like feeling, you're saying, oh, I called out, I was the one to take action with a child.
And like of us singing a song, and children express themselves when they're happy.
Yeah, and your daughter, she's your princess.
Exactly. And I feel like this is such a good example of how, when people say, you are not just selecting your partner for yourself, but this is the future father of your kids.
Exactly.
I know of friends, people who have made maybe not the best decision in their partner, and their kids are suffering.
Exactly. And to be honest, like, well, in our partnership at least, we don't want kids. It's
and that's
something
completely
that we are,
fine.
at least anytime soon.
That's, again, it's your choice, your body. It's not as easy as people say it is to have a kid. You need to be emotionally stable, mentally stable, and financially stable. And plus, like, as a woman, it takes a massive toll on you. You lose your sense of self.
Exactly.
So you need to be prepared before you think of having kids.
That's right.
To make sure you can give the best opportunities and the best parent to that child.
And so I think like not being a mom and
Yeah.
not knowing what that takes
Yeah.
is very hard for me to understand her situation.
Yeah, of course.
But of course, like one thing is both my partner and I,
Yeah.
we take care of my cousins who are
Of course.
babies.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing is, yes, they get on our nerves.
Yeah.
Yes, they do some things that trigger us.
Yeah.
But I've noticed how their parents or we
Yeah.
just like take a moment out.
Yeah.
Walk out of the room, take a breather, sit down with the child and explain your feelings.
Yeah.
They learn to explain with the way you explain your
And
feelings.
plus, like, I mean, children are literally little things that are developing.
Exactly.
Like, explore life around them.
Yeah.
They don't have their own personalities yet.
Exactly.
So whatever you project onto them is so important. And again, it also comes down at the end of the day to that decision you make in a partner.
Yeah.
How can they deal with things like
How
that?
are they controlling their emotions? Because he
Exactly.
exploded and she shut down. And that's so sad. So I think like she's asking us advice as to how to talk to her husband
Yeah.
about this. And it's a little bit sad to see that because if she's been married for 12 years,
Exactly.
having a conversation with your husband.
Is still so difficult for you. Definitely you should encourage him to go for therapy.
Yeah, for his own
mental health. And
Yeah.
then maybe you should go to therapy about how you can engage with your husband, maybe like
That's
couples
right.
therapy and
Yeah.
figure it out when you guys have issues, because like you said, 12 years into your marriage you shouldn't be asking the internet about what to do.
Exactly. And I think more than anything, both of them need to have a conversation about how they're going to parent their daughter and what
Very
their
important.
expectations are for the
Exactly.
child, right?
Exactly.
Because clearly the mother is very aware of the fact that she wants her daughter to explore, have fun, express herself.
And that these are normal children things.
yeah, and if the father is not on the same level,
Yeah.
that's going to confuse the child,
Child
as
a
well.
lot more. Yeah,
exactly.
And I think like you said, like the fact that you and Zahid have had these conversations about children and like whatever it is, these are such important conversations to have before you walk into a marriage,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And like again, even on social media I see these little girls texting their partners and putting screenshots saying, oh, are you gonna marry me? Ane api lamai hadanawada and this and that. And all I can think is like, තව කොච්චර දේවල් තියෙනවද ළමයි හදන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා?
ඒකනේ. Like I feel like what happens is a lot of couples are rushing to having kids.
Yeah.
They haven't lived their lives.
Exactly.
And then expect the child to like make up for it.
And you, at one point, I think you resent the child, you resent the partner, you resent your parents for
Pushing you.
encouraging you and pushing you to have kids before you're ready. And obviously now that I'm married, this is a conversation that has come up with my
Yeah.
parents as well, where I've told them, please respectfully,
Yeah.
that's not your decision. And now like they understand. I said I still feel like a child. I still feel very immature at times. Of course financial too, but like
Yeah.
mental capacity for me to dedicate my time to another human being's existence is a lot. I just want to enjoy my time with my man, travel as much as I can, and then I actually have genuine life experience and life advice to give them because
Yeah.
I live my life.
Exactly. That's so important.
Completely
and
agree.
That's why whether it's having children,
Yeah.
having your own family, marriage, wife relationship,
Whatever it is.
you need to as a woman have your own life.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. So, from husband,
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to a relationship story.
Okay.
23 male left me, 23 female for someone he met 5 days ago, and I can't wrap my head around it. Is this okay? I've known him for 3 years, seen him through mostly everything. We met in college, were in the same classes, studied together, and grew close even while he had a girlfriend. After he broke up, we started talking more and eventually dated. The start was rocky. He once dumped me over something small, then went on his knees and begged me to come back 2 days later. But we stayed together. Over time, I noticed red flags, staring at other girls, ignoring me to spend time with people we both disliked, sometimes making me feel like an afterthought. But I stayed because he'd always come back saying how much he cared about me and liked me. Fast forward, he had to go to uni and I was taking a gap year. The end was rocky because he wasn't sure if he wanted to do long distance with me because he was having thoughts about what happens if he's drunk and makes out with a girl or even worse, sleeps with her. Eventually, the breakup happened, but we realized we still like each other a lot. But because a relationship between us is not working, we decided to be friends with benefits. We grew even closer after we broke up officially. In the past few weeks, he told me he thought about me every day, talked about kids and houses with me, and even said he loved me during our many late night talks for about 6 months, like two lovebirds. Felt like everything was going well finally. But just about a week ago, he told me he met a new girl from his work who he also kissed within 4 days of meeting. He told me he wants to take her seriously and that he needs to move boundaries back with me. Basically, he's choosing her, but he also admitted he doesn't know how long it'll last. So it feels like he's keeping me on the back burner just in case. I told him how hurtful it is, 3 years of emotional connection versus 5 days of novelty. But every time I talk seriously, he gets defensive or dismissive. Last night he told me he needed to sleep early but stayed up until 4 a.m. talking to her. Meanwhile, I'm left feeling disposable. I feel humiliated. Part of me thinks I should just block him and move on, but another part of me wants to fight for him. Is this normal? Is it morally okay for someone to just leave a long history behind for someone new? I don't know if this is immaturity, manipulation, or if I'm just blind because I still care about him. There's so many red flags in this
my
post.
lord.
It just started with like red flag, red flag, red flag.
Yeah. Okay, let's just start with where the relationship started. That in itself is problematic.
Exactly. Like, why would you expect anything less from him when you yourself did that to another girl? He was dating somebody else.
Exactly. So you didn't respect the previous relationship
and now he's not respecting you. He's not gonna, the tiger is not gonna change its stripes.
Exactly. I mean, look, this is the thing, right? I think ultimately it comes down to her and the guy. She's seeing a lot of errors in the guy, but she's missing herself.
Exactly.
Yeah? I'm not saying the guy is not wrong.
Of course
the guy
he
is very much in the wrong, but you are part of the reason you are
You're
going
part
through
of
this.
the problem too.
Yeah, exactly. You're hurting yourself.
And you keep opening the door for him to keep walking back.
She's left the door open.
And he comes back in whenever he wants, whenever he's feeling lonely. And if he's so worried to do long distance because he's scared of his actions when he's drunk. Girl, why are you with this man?
And also, like, call me conservative.
Yeah.
Friends with benefits is bullshit. Is bullshit. Clearly, this guy wants to have options to choose from.
Yeah.
And when he's finally happy with something that's the best, he's trying to see how far can I go
with her.
What's the best I can get, you know? And she's just one of those. She's clearly a backup option.
She is. She is the part that every time he's lonely or every time things end with somebody else, she is the person that he runs back to because she always, like we said, keeps the damn door open.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's sad.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
It's very sad. And it also happens because you don't love yourself.
Exactly. And I think this kind of goes back to another episode we spoke about, you know, girlhood and the community. And I feel like girls, we need to have our own career.
I agree.
Forget about a career, at least a hobby, you know, something.
Do your own thing. Like if you want to stay at home, that's okay. That's your choice. I mean, we are at a time in life where whatever you want to do, as long as it's what you want to do, we are ready to women are ready to empower other women.
Exactly. So find a hobby.
Yeah.
And educate yourselves.
100%.
Because education is not just about learning things, it's also about discipline, it's about, you know, structure, things like that, values. Right? And opens your mind to new perspectives. And then finally, you need to have a good community that doesn't include your partner.
100%.
And when you have these things, you learn what you deserve.
Yeah.
You learn to love yourself. So when you notice that someone is clearly ill-treating you, clearly someone is putting you down, you will not tolerate that.
Because your self-worth won't take it. Like you wouldn't be able to take the hit. And I'm just like really, really upset to see that this is, I mean, it's a common situation.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it is. And I want to talk about cheating a little bit, right?
Of course.
Because I feel like a lot of couples tolerate cheating. And I don't understand why.
That's a hard boundary for me.
Exactly, because that's when you know the relationship has ended.
Exactly.
And a lot of girls think it's okay because a lot of men cheat. No.
And to me, like, I want to touch on like physical cheating.
Yeah.
But emotional cheating does exist too.
Micro cheating, like it's such a thing.
And I don't know how you can be sharing things about your relationship, your partner's faults, your partner's mistakes with another person, like with somebody else. Sometimes I understand as girls, we sometimes talk about these issues because we want advice. But if I'm specifically seeking out another man to tell him the problems of my relationship, I know that I'm doing a mistake.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna stand here and say that I've not done it before. I have. When I was younger, I have, because I just didn't understand the repercussions of it, as well as, you know, how it can affect your relationship negatively.
Yeah.
But after I met my husband, when we were like dating, I made it a point to, of course, I have a lot of guy friends. I have, so do you.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
But I am very careful that I still respect my relationship and respect my partner while I still continue having those
Exactly.
male-female friendships.
Boundaries, right?
Exactly.
Boundaries. I feel like this other girl is irrelevant in the story because the foundation of your relationship in itself is messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of girls need to like understand and sit and have, I don't know if you did this, right?
Yeah.
When I was young, when I was like a teenager, I had a book.
Okay.
And I would write in that book,
Okay,
right? I
like
would
a
be
journal.
like a journal, right?
Okay.
I'm not a writer, but I did write about this. And I would be like, hey, this is what I deserve. This is the life I deserve. And I would be like,
manifestation.
Manifestation, right?
Yeah.
And men were obviously not a priority to me.
Of course.
But I was like, hey, but if I do fall in love, this is the kind of man I want to be with, right? And I had a list of things that were non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Cheating was the topmost one.
Yeah, loyalty.
Like, no.
Yeah.
No, loyalty, I need to trust them. I need to be able to have open conversations with them.
Of course.
And I need to know what they're doing
Yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah.
I need to know that their head is in the right space. It's here in our relationship, not anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people don't do that with themselves. They don't sit and have conversations with themselves. There's no self-reflection. There is no, what am I? What do I want? What's it that I'm hoping to achieve through these things, through my relationship? None of those conversations are had.
Because you said conversations, like that, conversations are what genuinely keeps a relationship alive.
Exactly.
Because when you have those hard conversations and get it out of the way, there's no resentment towards your partner. Your partner can't read your mind.
Yeah.
So he knows or she knows exactly what you've done to make them upset or whatever. Like, everything needs to be detailed. Like, these are conversations that I've had with Enra too. Like, if I make you upset, you need to tell me every little detail of what I did and what exactly I did not do that affected you. Because then I can adjust, because a relationship is about compromise. So if you are adjusting to me, then I need to be able to adjust to you.
Exactly.
So for example, one of the biggest, okay, this is kind of funny, one of the biggest issues we had was I am somebody who always lays my clothes out the day before an event, and I have everything pre-planned.
Yeah.
He does not. And there have been a few times where I have left the house grumpy or moody or mad because he's lost a article of clothing, can't find his blazer, something or the other, and like we are going for something like on time. So as of recently now, this is wedding season, so we have so many weddings to go to. Every time I go out and I come back home, his blazer, his shoes, his socks, his boxes, everything is laid out. Shirt choices for me to choose, like everything is laid out and I just have to pick. So like, thank you for recognizing that this is something that really bothered me, and thank you for making active decisions, taking action to stop me feeling from, feeling annoyed or whatever.
Yeah. See, that's love.
Exactly.
That's love. Him putting out options and like doing that for you is love.
Yeah.
And it's such a simple thing. Because it doesn't affect him, right? I feel like a lot of men complain about doing things. That's not a lot.
No, it's not. It's really not.
We make massive compromises as women, right? And I won't say, I'm not going to bring myself up here because I feel like my relationship is a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of women in Sri Lanka make massive sacrifices.
Agreed.
Whether it's like moving away from their house, living in the husband's house, and so many. And a man can't, like...
pick up after himself?
Yeah. And it's like every time someone becomes a wife, in Colombo especially,
Yeah.
I see them post a story like a month or two in,
Yeah.
where it's, oh, my husband, when he comes into the house, leaves a shoe here. And it's like, oh my God, my husband does the same. What? Your man doesn't have manners? That's embarrassing. Why are you posting it on social media? That's like really embarrassing. I don't understand how it's funny.
Again, it's a partnership, right?
Yeah.
And like some of these qualities, I'm not gonna like. He leaves his towel all over the place, and it really gets to me.
Yeah.
So now I know he makes an active effort not to do it.
There you go.
But like I also understand that not everybody, like we both come from different backgrounds, so we brought up differently. So these things might not fit you as soon as like you guys get together or you all start living together. But the other person has to make an active effort.
I mean, look, my partner is way more cleaner than me, right? He's so organized.
Yeah.
Like, his clothes are like leveled.
Yeah.
It can't pop out even, right? OCD on another level, right? And I'm like the messiest girl. I have like heaps of clothes like laying everywhere.
Downstairs. Yeah.
So still, even though that's the case,
Yeah.
what we've come to realize is that, hey, we need to meet in the middle.
Exactly.
He's too OCD to the point where it pisses him off when things are not okay. And I'm like, you need to be okay. It's a house.
Yeah.
It's a home. We're living in it, you know.
Yeah.
While we're drinking, the glass is going to be here.
Yeah.
I can't wash it and keep it there, you know.
Listen,
Yeah.
pick up after yourself. It's
Yeah.
not that hard. You're an adult. And of course it's a partnership. If you can't do it, I will do it too. But like let's not make it a habit.
Exactly. And I think, to be honest, I'm the more messy one out of us. But we've come to meet in the middle.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of a relationship.
relationship.
Take your time.
Yeah, it's
Go
okay.
through the fights.
It's okay. And like honestly, just talk it out.
Yeah.
And
It'll be fine.
it'll be fine. Just a lot of communication and compromise.
I'm curious though. Like, of course, we discuss the conversations we had about like, oh, this was a conversation we had. This is a difficult conversation we had. I'm curious, like, what other women, the kind of conversations they have.
Actually, honestly, same. So you guys should definitely let us know what is the most difficult conversation that you've had with your partner, and how did it affect your relationship? Did it change things? Did it make you happier in the relationship? Did it make him happier? So you guys let us know. That kind of wraps up our episode for today. Sahlah, thank you again for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I can't wait to have some more yapping sessions with you very soon.
For sure.
But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think. Follow me on all our socials, and I'll catch you on the other side.